Well, welcome everyone. Today we have Bryan Young. He's the author of When Main Street Meets Tomorrow. How are you?
I'm splendid. How about yourself?
I'm good. So Bryan Young, he/they works across many different media. His work as a writer and producer has been called filmmaking gold by the New York Times. He's also published comic books with slave labor graphics and Image Comics. He's been a regular contributor for the Huffington Post, StarWars.com, Star Wars Insider Magazine, Sci-Fi, and Slash Film, and was the founder and editor-in-chief of the geek news and review site Big Shiny Robot. He co-authored Robotech, the Macross Saga RPG in 2019, and in 2020, he wrote a novel in the Battletech universe called Honor's Gauntlet. He currently serves as the president of the League of Utah Writers. Follow him on Twitter at Swank Motron, and
Swank
I'll put that in. I'll put that in the
Swank
description.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay.
But why don't you tell us like who you are and what you write?
I mean, the bio kind of did a pretty good job of it, but I write a little bit of everything. I really love mashing genres together, and I really love writing in a bunch of different universes. And I really love getting at the core of characters and really making interesting things in places that maybe you wouldn't have thought about. But I also do a lot of writing, nonfiction writing, or in universe and nonfiction, if that makes sense. I've done a lot of work in universes like Star Wars and Robotech and Battletech, where doing sort of in-universe reference things and things like that. Or just this year, I did the Topps puts out, like trading cards. I did a whole series of Star Wars trading cards where I had to write the backs of all of them, and it was all very much in-universe history, and it was a really fun challenge, especially since you've only got just a little bit of room on the backs of those cards. But I really love short stories, and I really love novellas, and I really love novels and just prose in general. And so I write a little bit of everything, and I really love it.
Yeah, and your bio doesn't even like cover like most like any of the anthologies, like really like what you have published. And I just think it's so cool that you have done so much, and we're really lucky to have you in our anthology. So sorry.
I said, well, thank you.
Yeah. And what inspired your story for the Second Chance anthology?
So I was really interested. Again, this is another one of those things for me, like really kind of stewing on how I could approach romance with my specific tastes and my interests. And one thing I'm really obsessed with is I really love seeing behind the scenes of things. And I've been able to be backstage at Disney parks a couple of different times and just kind of see like how things really are, right? Like I got bussed back behind Tomorrowland once. And it's where all those characters show up to head out to Fantasyland. It's where they get dressed. And I saw one of the characters half dressed and like smoking a cigarette. And like the handlers that were with us were like, you can't take any pictures, but I was taking plenty of pictures mentally in my head. And just imagining the lives of the people who have to pretend to be these characters, right? Like one of the rules they have for Disney cast members is you're not allowed to say that you are a character. You have to say you're friends with that character, right? Like in your private life and things. And just learning about what life is like for cast members and how cheery they have to be, coupling that with someone who's maybe gone through a really devastating breakup and then having to go to work and be that cheery person. But also the lives of the people who are just sort of around that environment. And that's where I got the main character. I really love the day-to-day behind things that are really special to people, if that makes sense, where like the restaurant next to a theme park can sometimes be a really special place for people that are just going through that one time. And so a waitress or a server at one of these places sees this every day and it's not special to them anymore. And having those two people both sort of having been devastated and looking for a second chance of love, really mashing those things together really sparked my imagination, and I'm a huge Alice in Wonderland nerd.
Yeah.
So I just really love it. And being able to combine all those things and put them in a blender really just made it fun to write.
Yeah, no, I think it's super cool. And I like how at the, like you really show a lot of the creativity throughout the story, but like it really opens up at the very end when you're really in Disney, like when you're in the park. And so I think that's really cool. What you mentioned just barely that you were writing on the cards. Like, what else do you have in store for writer or readers?
I have in September, I've got 2 books coming out that are officially licensed about the TV show The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, cool.
And then I've also got a BattleTech book coming out in September. And that novel, I don't think they've released any details about it, but I can say that it's a BattleTech book, and it's going to be really fun. And I've got some novellas coming out as well, both in the BattleTech universe and in some other universes as well. And I'm trying to think of what's coming up next. I do have, because I get to do those Star Wars trading cards, I'm doing some in some other universes as well that come out later in the year. I'm not sure I'm allowed to say which universes yet, though, but I will in May. So
Okay, cool.
you can look out for those.
Yeah, and we'll definitely in the little description below, I'll add in your stuff. So if readers are interested, then they can just like follow you as well. But
Okay,
yeah, do
perfect.
you have any final thoughts before we conclude?
No, just for anybody watching this, thanks for reading, right? Like, writers don't have anything to do if there's no one to read
Yes,
the stuff we're writing. So thank you for doing that.
yeah. Thank you so much. And thanks everyone for watching.